Well, hello, my Aries soulmates, and welcome back to the SoulFull Creator channel. Happy May. Can you believe spring is finally here? I was super excited to go get some grass seed and put it down on my lawn where I've kind of had some patches that I've been trying to fill in. And then it started to rain yesterday, and the rain was just pouring down and turned into hail. And I'm like, wait a second. I thought spring was here, you know? Why is the snow coming back? So we actually here in Salt Lake City have snow that's showing up this week. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait for spring to be here. So I hope you guys are, out there enjoying the spring and thinking about what kind of you're going to plant in your garden and do some outdoor activities. So it's my favorite time of year, spring and summer. All right, so what we're going to do for May is we are going to dive in and we're going to take a look at your soul's message for the month of May. Figure out what's going on with my Aries soulmates. All right. So yeah, I actually don't have a garden. I wish that I did because I love organic vegetables, especially tomatoes. Like tomatoes are one of my favorite things that my parents used to grow in their garden before both my parents passed. And at one time in my life, I did have a really amazing garden, and we had raspberry bushes, and it was a fun house. We had a hot tub outside and on the deck, and we had this big garden and raspberry bushes and beautiful flower gardens. So anyways, you can tell that somebody over here is excited for spring. I hope you guys are excited for spring. I've had a little bit of a setback in my life personally that's made May a little bit difficult. I was really excited for the sunshine to come out and was feeling like I was going to be turning a corner and kind of starting a new chapter in my life, and had a little personal health issue setback, which was kind of frustrating to me. But you just have to learn to accept the bad with the good. It's all part of the journey, right? All right, Aries, we're going to dive in and see what Spirit says about how it's going on your soulful journey. In light of spring, I thought it would be fun. I was thinking about going to the zoo, and I'm like, oh, I should get out my Power Animal Oracle cards and let's do some messages and see what animals show up, which it's time for me to get out and get some nice air and go see the animals. And it's just so fun to watch the animals, and they come out of their caves and getting some sunshine. It's all good for all of us. That was a lot. Let's see if we can get one more. Is there any more messages for my Aries soulmates? Any more messages from... Okay, I'm not getting anything there for you, so we'll move on, Aries. I'm also pulling from my surrender deck. There we go. What does my Aries soulmates need to surrender during the month of May? How can we help them? What do they need to surrender to be on their soulful journey? Is there anything else that Aries needs to surrender for the month of May? The month of May soul message. What do they need to surrender? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to let go of? Okay, and then let's also pull some messages from my Spirit Messages Guide from John Holland. Okay, that was a lot, so we're just gonna start over again. Okay, here we go. What does Aries need? What spirit messages do we have for Aries for the month of May? Is there any more spirit messages for my Aries? Ooh, wow, that one was, forgiveness. Let's see if there's anything else that comes up for you guys. I saw a card that popped out that I put back in that said believe, and I kind of felt like I should have kept that out. So I don't know what's going on with you guys, but maybe you're going through a hard time. I don't know. Let's dig in and find out what's going on, Aries. Aries, you are showing up as yourself there. 6 of Wands. That is my victory card. Those are my Aries people. Aries is all about success. Aries is all about winning. It's, you've had great success, great abundance. You've had a very rich life. But what's challenging you is that you are feeling bound. you're feeling limited. So maybe some of you are in some sort of a career path or job where you're burdened and feeling like all you ever do is make money and fight the entrepreneurial fight, right? You're in it to win it, but all you're doing is battle after battle after battle after battle, and all of that hard work and battling in order to succeed so that you can, realize yourself, you realize your worth, is actually keeping you trapped. It's like you're not being able to experience your authentic self because you're on this journey of success, and that's all you can see is money and success, money and success. And so you're kind of, got the blindfolders on looking for the answers. Why do I feel so trapped by my life? All those swords are surrounding her, lots of life lessons there, and feeling tied and bound. So even though you've had this success, you feel like you can't go on vacation. You can't celebrate your success because you're too busy all the time. Something's going on like that. All right, and at the root of the situation, it's all about conflict, okay? And instability. You're constantly in the fight. Like I said, in it to win it, in a battle. Competition. I don't know what kind of business you have, but there's a lot of competition going on here. Defensiveness. And you're looking at yourself, Seven of Pentacles, saying, I have put in so much effort and invested, maybe even invested 7 years is what I hear. Why am I not reaping the results from all of my efforts? This guy is sitting and resting his chin on his shovel there. He's like, I've been growing this garden for a long time, but why am I not getting the results that I think I should have by now? And maybe you're just not feeling fulfilled by that, trying to figure out, do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to take some of these pentacles off the vine and actually start enjoying some of them, right? Now, in the crown chakra, what we're getting is the energy of feeling overwhelmed, juggling too many things going on, feeling like you can't keep all the balls in the air, that you don't know how much longer you can continue at this chasing money and success all the time, that's been what your life's been made of, and you're feeling like you're going to drop the balls at some point. Knight of Wands in the future, but Knight of Wands in the reverse. So what that's telling me is that you're fearful of being adventurous and doing something different. You've been doing this for so long, like I said, maybe 7 years. You've been doing this alone and, just chasing the money wheel, for such a long time that and that you can't even see a vision of a future of doing anything else. And so you're really, what's ahead of you is that you're afraid to jump into a new adventure and create a new chapter. And you're feeling stuck is what's happening, Aries. King of Swords is showing up on the inside saying that you really, at this point, still don't understand the truth of your worth. You don't understand where your worth comes from. That there's still an illusion around how you gain your self-confidence and self-worth from things outside of you, meaning the success and the money that you've created, instead of looking inside. King of Swords can, I think that when you don't know your truth, you're going to really, so it's my teacher card when it's in the upright, right? But when it's telling me you're still a student of truth. You have not mastered this yet. On the external environment, I can see that you are very strong. You've been through a lot. You've learned not to react. You've learned about self-discipline, self-control. You've learned that on the inside, that whatever the world throws at you, you can conquer it. That you're strong enough to conquer it. But you're afraid that things are not going to change, and that you're not going to be able to come out of this energy of feeling like you're always in conflict, and that things are never stable because you're always out there in the battle. You're out there winning the battle, constantly fighting to win. And you're afraid that, and you're kind of sad actually, that you're focusing on the past and looking back at what didn't work in your life, and instead of turning around and getting through the grieving process and letting it go and focusing on the good things that you have that you could focus on and where to invest and what does bring you joy, you're kind of going through the grieving process of realizing that your life has been about money and success, and you're really quite unfulfilled and kind of mourning that you have chosen the life of fighting over to succeed and have money. Or you're afraid, it may be that you're afraid of looking elsewhere for your worth. But what Spirits wants you to know, Aries, is it's been a hard battle, but you're done. This guy, there's 10 swords in his back. It's karmic completion. And the good news about the 10 is it turns into the 1. And so you're done. You're done with this entire lesson. You're at karmic completion. You learned what you needed to learn about money, success, fighting, winning. And now it's time for you to move forward and rebirth yourself. That's what I'm getting for you, Aries. Animal spirit messages are saying perseverance, dig in and see it through to completion. So if you're not feeling quite like you have completed, it's saying you're almost there. You're almost there. Dig in and see it through. Whatever you need to do to free yourself. Fertility, the rabbit, your creativity is at its peak. So getting back to being creative, and sharing the abundance that you have received is going to be very fulfilling for you. I think that that's the cups that are behind you, is to share the abundance and success that you've had, that you're going to have joy when you do that. Surrender your stubbornness, Aries. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So is there something that you have been kind of stubborn about that you need to just maybe not be so rigid? Surrender to comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So are you looking outside of you and comparing yourself to other people? Because that is not a path to joy and happiness. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So if some of you are going through any physical health challenges, it's saying let love and compassion of the universe support you. Okay, let in the love. And then surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. What a beautiful card. So wonder and awe, even when we have rough patches, chapters, cycles of fight, competition, defensiveness, there's great lessons in all of this, in you coming to know your truth. Okay? So surrender to the wonder of and awe of life, both its good and bad parts of life. Messages for you. We have caregiver. We are with you, and spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So maybe you are in need of some caregiving right now, maybe to heal your body. Also, there's a mother's love reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants her, and reminds you that this special bond of love can never be broken. There may be a mother, maybe your mother, or a spouse or an ex. I don't know. There is a feminine energy out there that's sending you their love. Animal kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. Maybe it's time to get out into nature and go and connect with the animals at the zoo. Also, forgiveness. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it is the capacity to heal and transform. So whether you need to forgive someone or the human experience of strife and suffering, or that fight energy, maybe we need to forgive ourselves for needing to go through that human experience, right? Maybe you need to forgive others or forgive yourself. Forgiveness always comes back as something that only you can do for you. So bringing that back home, how can you forgive yourself? What do you need to forgive yourself about? Maybe for about focusing on success so much, right? Aries is all about understanding the energy of I am and having that manifest in worth or abundance. But sometimes we can be so focused on materialistic things that we can spend a lifetime chasing something that is of no importance, that we can't take with us, and that will, but assists us in our journey to understand our real worth. Okay. All right, let's see what other messages Spirit has for you, Aries. Holy angels, spirits, and guides and loved ones from the other side, please tell me about my Aries soulmates and what do I need to see to help them on their soulful journey. Tell me about their heart, mind, body, and soul, and where they may be out of alignment. How can we help them come back into alignment with creation and allow their soul to flow through them so that they can experience their highest self in physical form on their soulful journey to become so full of love and light that they manifest their highest self, that they learn to give their gift and understand their truth. Is there anything else we need to see about Aries and how we can help Aries on their soulful journey? Wow, Aries, Spirit is being very tight-lipped, not wanting to give me a whole lot of advice. Is there anything else that you can show us about Aries? What's going on with Aries? Why do they need to heal? What are they being stubborn about? What do they need to forgive? Okay, Aries, we're going to take a look at your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. Wow, a lot going on with your heart, Aries, and it's interesting, nothing going on with creation. So nothing showing up in the body, but specifically we have a lot going on with your heart. Wow. So Aries, you came here because your soul wanted to be fully alive. Your soul wanted to feel the energies of the universe, to feel the energies of love that holds all of creation together. But when we're in the human journey, we often feel the energies of pain. And that is being heartbroken. Maybe you're feeling bored with your life because you recognize that success and money is not making you feel alive. Maybe a bit depressed because you're not expressing your authentic self. Maybe a little overwhelmed, wanting to put the burdens down, okay? And Spirit wants you to know that what your soul wants to do to heal these lower energies is to replace those energies of pain with the energy of passion. Passion is intense love, so much love that you're full of love and light that you can't help but pass it on. That's passion. To get energetic, to let your soul remind you about its desire to want to feel fully alive. You're struggling, Aries, with the belief of feeling unworthy, When we breathe in our first breath of life, we begin our life experience, and then we start to process our beliefs that become programs that drive our behavior. And we have to start, we're on a life's path trying to discern what is truth and what is illusion. And one of the beliefs that's holding you back from your soulful journey is the fact that you're feeling unworthy. Unworthy is a lower energy of the human illusion that you're only human and not recognizing your highest self. Because the truth is that we had to go through the human journey or the illusion of feeling unworthy in order to open and reconnect with our soul and remember and ascend through the pain and suffering of the human journey. We then rise through the ascension process. But when we're stuck just being human on this lower circle, each circle represents being a human being, being a spiritual being. But really, we're both beings. If you were to take that infinity symbol and fold it in half, you would see that there's just two sides to the coin, two sides of beingness, being both human and being spiritual. So the trick is to be in balance, okay? Is to come into balance and allow the higher energies of your soul to come through the physical experience of the human journey. But when we cut ourselves off from our soul, and we don't let it flow through us so that we can have the experience of love and light and to feel the energy of the universe, we end up feeling empty and shallow because the human journey makes us feel unworthy. Spirit wants you to understand that you've been very blessed. You've had a lot of success in your life. And it's time for you to be generous. Through the process of generosity, you will reconnect with your soul. And you will get back in flow with the energies of creation and start to understand your self-worth. So forgive yourself, Aries. Forgive yourself for not knowing your truth in the human journey, for focusing on things like success, things like working hard and money and battling. That was all part of the plan so that you could take the blinders off. And you could free yourself from the energies of limitation. Strong message, Aries. Wow. I want to end on a more positive note. I feel like this has been a really hard message for you guys, and I'm finding myself wanting to pull another card. Let's pull. Ooh! Let's pull. I'm going to pull one of these messages, and I don't know if this is going to resonate or not, but we're going to try pulling a message to yourself. Message to yourself. Try this again. I'm going to shuffle real quick. You know, Aries, there's a reason why you've been blessed. There's a reason why you've had so much success. I keep thinking of the too much, you know, the saying, too much who have been given much is expected. And it's time for you to share that piece of yourself. I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. That makes so much sense. Forgive yourself for not being authentic. Forgive yourself for being afraid. Okay? Let's see if there's anything else. What is Aries' message to their self? Is there anything Aries' soul would like to say to Aries? This is saying, how could you love me after all I've done? Because the soul will love and love and love and love, and it doesn't matter what we do as human beings. We're always going to be loved by the soul or by the universe. Is there anything else that Aries would like to say, the soul would like to say, or spirit would like to say to Aries? Whoa. Is there anything else Spirit would like to say. Okay, I'm not getting anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and close. Aries, you are loved. There's no longer a need to be afraid and to be authentic. And the big message for you, I think, is that you are worthy. I want you to see that you are worthy. You're not just a human in that shallow experience, that there is a big part of you that you have been blessed by the universe with success, with abundance, and now it's time for you to be generous. This is what I have for you, Aries. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I really need your help in helping us grow this channel. We're trying to reach as many soulmates as we can to help them manifest their highest self and to live a soulful life and to be, help them through their soulful journey. So I'm asking for you to please, give us a thumbs up, engage with the channel, tell us what you like, what you didn't like. This was a very serious reading. I never know what's going to come out. I hope that this helped in some way. And, if it did, please let us know how. I want to connect with you and help you as much as possible. And then also please share with your friends and family members and let them know that we have the channel, and we'd love for them to check out their sign. And also be sure to subscribe. That helps us a ton. All right, Aries, I hope you have a fantastic month of May, and I'll see you guys on the next one.